There's something about our culture that can rob us of one of our inherited birthrights as a human being. And that birthright is the ability to see this world as full of wonder. And what our culture does is it teaches us a way of seeing the world where the world can start to appear dull. And our minds begin to go onto autopilot. And we can go through life thinking that it's pretty much the same old every day. Today, I would like to take you for a short walk just outside my front door and to share with you what the world looks like through my eyes. And after that, to share with you how any of us can cultivate this mindset where the world appears filled with wonder. It's not terribly difficult, but it does take a little bit of practice. And I'll tell you all about it today. First, let me show you a little bit of what I see out here. Look at this. Now this is something I could just walk over. It's just ice. But notice it's moving. It's like a slowly evolving art form, shifting and changing. These are sapsicles. This is a box elder. And there's little breaks. And then there's these little teeny beautiful icicles that are actually sap of box elder. And box elder is a maple. So they have a little bit of sweetness in it. It's not as sweet as a sugar maple, but they're really good. Look at the play of color. These beautiful animals. And when I say the play of color, I'm looking at the water there. The way it sparkles and ripples. The marvelous form of these creatures. There's everyday things like this burdock that might bother some of us. But the little hooks on the end, they inspired Velcro. In fact, they work almost exactly like Velcro. Somebody saw this and was inspired, not bothered. Check out these spikes. Through a little kid's vision, these are just wicked cool. Here's something that almost no one would pay attention to. Just an old dead leaf on the ground, only worthy of walking by. But look at that shape. The veins that run through there bring nutrients to it when it was alive. And the spots, the coloring. It's like a whole world is right here on this leaf. How about this? This is sumac. It's just a stick that I could walk by, but it's so soft. Like almost softer than any animal's fur. Hiding in the branches. This little ball of feathers, so full of life. If you watch them fly through these branches, they can fly and dodge between the branches faster than we could ever imagine. They have a flicker focus that's so far beyond ours that their reactions are beyond superhuman. And boy, that sunflower seed must be good. If you look up in the sky is blue. And this is one of those wonderful things. It seems like, yeah, duh, of course it's blue. But it's blue. And the clouds, this shape, these clouds, they will never be seen again. What you're seeing right here, and every time you look up at clouds, is completely unique. Will never be seen again. And in the end, there's this amazingness that we are on a planet out in the middle of outer space. And there's things like this. Water that is frozen into a million little gemstones. Again, the shapes that are molding and shaping in my hands, these will never be seen again. And there's a sensation of cold. And I can hear the birds. I can hear that truck going by out there on the freeway. If you've been sitting and watching this, you may notice that there's a whole host of sensations that have been going on just inside your body. You don't even have to go outside. There's all this stuff going on that usually we're completely unaware of. If you're sitting, there's a sensation of your butt on a chair. Your eyes are blinking together. And there's that sensation, that tactile sensation. Every time you breathe, there's the musculature of your chest and your stomach working to make that breath happen. You're surrounded by sensations, sounds, feelings, even the mental activity in our heads. There's this immense world, this universe of all these things going on all around us, all the time. Dances everywhere, dances of motion, of stillness, of light and color, sensations. All this amazement just waiting for us in every moment. What's going on is that we have been taught by our culture a driving need almost for novelty. All our commercials, our movies, all of our media, even the way that we've structured our life, it's always reaching for that new thing out there. And because it provides things that are big and flashy and new, well, it starts to decondition our minds from noticing the everyday wonder around us. The need for novelty, that feeling of that need, is really a dissatisfaction with life. And as long as we have that dissatisfaction kind of worming away inside of our minds, life is just never going to feel right. If we can recapture that wonder, then not only are the everyday things around us amazing, but if we really cultivate it, we're able to even see the flashy things of our media in a way that we appreciate them more than we would when our mind is always grasping for novelty. I don't want to get all conspiracy theory, but you might notice how when our minds are grasping, it makes for very productive workers, and it makes for good consumers, because we are always trying to, buy the next thing that's going to make us happy, watch the next movie that's going to relieve us of our boring lives. And go to work and work hard so that we can continue buying those things. So this is not just about appreciating life. It also can start to get us out of that trap that our culture puts us in. To do it, we have to retrain our minds. Realize, first of all, if you're 20 years old, your mind has probably been trained for 20 years into seeking out big, flashy novelty. Now, if we're mindful, we can retrain our mind in a much shorter time. But it's like trying to stop smoking cigarettes. We have to get serious about it and say, this is really something I want. I really want to just love life and appreciate all these every moment things. Then we go out and we start looking for things, just like you saw me doing today. Go out and stop and look at that snow. And look at the sky. And hear the birds. And when we do that, we start to retrain our minds. And the more we do it, the more we retrain it. Now, if you start this up and you train yourself a little bit and then start jumping back into, I'm going to go watch Transformers tonight and give myself that fix, it's kind of like picking up the cigarette again when you're trying to quit. So the other thing you can do to really make this work is to devote yourself to a week or a month and cut back your media consumption as much as you can, even 100% if you can. What I mean is, stop watching movies, only use the internet for basic things, like checking your email if you have to for your business. And take a break from that technology and instead, every day, go out and cultivate this wonder by looking around you, opening up your senses, smelling things, tasting things, looking at things, hearing things, feeling sensations. There's this amazing, amazing world just waiting for us, waiting for you, right out there. It's awesome to explore it. Love to hear about your thoughts, your comments, your experiences in the comments as always. Thank you, my friends.